I have not been a business owner for 11 years. I've been an employee for my entire life until last year when I decided to step out on my own. My hand was forced a little bit due to the COVID situation. I got laid off from my job and decided to start my own business. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. I thought, I set up a web page, I set up some social medias, I get a Google listing, and my phone would just start ringing off the hook. Everybody needs their driveway pressure washed. This was not the case at all. So there was a steep learning curve for me in terms of both how to get business coming in and how to manage the business coming in. So I had to turn to my resources and real quick, if I could make this, Mark is gone now. If I could, I know this isn't an award ceremony, but I would like to thank some people for the help that they've given me on the way. First and foremost, my wife, Danielle, who's provided the stable income and stable home that allowed me to take this risk. Without her, I wouldn't be able to take this shot. So thanks to my wife, first of all. Second, thanks to John. It's my director of sales right here. And really like my rock, my only team member that I could really lean on every day through this journey. I'll just say, John, before I brought you on, I was really green around the gills with a lot of, the sales side of this job. And, having you come on has put a much more confident and polished face out to our customers and our potential customers. So thanks for that. And thanks for kind of getting my technology and marketing strategies pushed into the 21st century, bud. Thanks. So also to, thanks to the Action Coach program and to my fellow Action Club participants, to Mark, to Gabby, who had been here for a few sessions, and finally to Coach Hess. So I'll give my little Coach Hess story here. When I met Coach Hess, I was basically at a point where I was like losing my confidence, or had lost my confidence in my ability to run this business, my ability to sell myself. So I had joined like a marketing group out of desperation to try to drum up a little business and see if I could take one last shot before I went back to work, put the business on the back burner and just kind of did the business on the side. I was real close to making that decision. So I get to this networking group and I don't know what to expect. It's well outside my comfort zone. I get there and they stick a microphone in my hand and tell me to get up in front of this room full of 75 people that I had never met before. I knew one person in the room, but 74 people that I had never met before. And it was daunting. I just about had a heart attack doing that. And everybody else seemed so polished and so confident. And I knew I wasn't, or I didn't feel that way. So I got up there and I just did the only thing I could do. And that was kind of tell a little bit of my story and Valiant's story. And, I let him know that I had quit my 9-to-5 job, struck out on my own. And at that point, like we had just done our first big commercial job. And I let everybody know that I had just cashed essentially the biggest paycheck of my career off that job. And to my surprise, people were clapping for me. I don't know that anybody else got any claps and cheers that night, but Coach Hess was leading the way. He was my head cheering section there. So, thanks, Coach Hess. Thanks for reaching out to me there. I really needed it. And, we talked for a few minutes that night. And, I don't think I said this out loud, but I wanted to let you know, like, that was kind of a key moment for me up in front of that room where I got some of my confidence back, got things moving in a more positive direction. So, thanks, Coach. I know it was like a little thing for you, but it was big for me.
That's huge. That's
Thanks, man.
absolutely huge. It means everything to me when you say that. I appreciate it. Puts chills in my back a little, you know. That's good for an old guy, but that's great. Thank you. Yeah.
So anyway, that's how Coach got me to sign up for Action Club Online.
That was it.
Yeah.
Not easy.
And listen, there's a lot of things that I've gotten out of Action Club Online. Too many to talk about now, but I'll try to give a quick rundown. There's the nuts and bolts of how to run a business, organization, time management, tracking cash flow, testing and measuring marketing strategies, return on investment, and things like that. And time management, something as simple as using a calendar. I never used a calendar except for maybe the one on my wall in my whole life. And things have gotten to a point in this business where that's not good enough anymore. So now I'm using my calendar. In fact, I have 2 or 3 calendars going in my cell phone now, and I live by them. So the nuts and bolts of how to run a business, I needed a crash course in some of that, but also more intangible things like the DISC profile. When I took the DISC test, I assumed it would be mostly for Coach to get a better bead on who I am and how to coach me, and maybe a little bit about me learning more about myself. Both of those things turned out to be true, but really, like, where the value in the DISC came for me is being able now to recognize different personality types and how to sell myself and sell my business to different personalities. So I can sell to a D now, a dominant personality, by convincing them that doing business with me is a win, or at least making them afraid that not doing business with me will be a loss.
Excellent.
The same with the other personality types too. And there's more than just the DISC. Action Club Online taught me how to craft an advertisement, how to identify my ideal clients, how to be a problem solver and not a product pusher, how to set personally motivating goals, how to be a great leader, and the difference between being a leader and a manager. So in short, I've learned a lot from Action Club Online and feel I'm in a much better position to run a successful business because of it. I've had so much fun doing it that I might take the course again next year if you offer it again. And just, thanks again to Action Coach. Thanks to Coach Hess for taking an interest in me and my business. And thanks to all the entrepreneurs that came before me and paved the way for me being able to stop punching a clock and start taking control of my own destiny. Thank you.